Story comes to us from WILX.com. On Monday, August 9th, the Shiawassee County Sheriff's Office advised the Lansing Police Department that their deputies had arrested an off-duty Lansing police officer as part of an ongoing criminal investigation, according to a release sent to News 10. The Lansing Police Department officer was one of 5 men arrested in an operation. Interim Police Chief Ellery Sosaby placed the Lansing police officer on unpaid leave. Sosaby said, "The recent news is disappointing and frustrating. I hold my staff to the highest professional standards. I will not tolerate any employee misconduct and will take appropriate action if the allegations are confirmed."
A Lansing police officer and 4 other men have been arrested after being involved in a sex sting operation by the Shiawassee Sheriff's Department. Authorities say all 5 men thought that they were meeting up with minors. Now, we reached out to all 5 men attorneys, but have not heard anything back. And this is a very huge story, and we'll be following it very closely. 30-year-old Lansing police officer Benjamin Fielder has been with the department for 3 years now, but he's been placed on leave after being involved in a sex sting operation handled by the Shiawassee Human Oppression Team. Fielder and 4 other men were arrested on August 9th. According to the Shiawassee County Sheriff, the men did not know each other, but they were all under the impression that they were going to meet up with minors. Authorities say Fielder had a gun on him when the sting happened. The sheriff tells me it was not his LPD-issued weapon. Fielder is now facing 4 charges: child sexually abusive commercial activity, children accosting for immoral purposes, using a computer to commit a crime, and a felony firearm charge. The other 4 men are all facing the same 3 charges: child sexually abusive commercial activity, accosting children for immoral purposes, and using a computer to commit a crime.
So if it comes out that this cop is guilty, here's another one where the question arises: how many times has this cop had inappropriate interactions with minors? It makes you wonder, because cops do deal a lot. Cops, school teachers, doctors, all these professions that deal with minors.
During the course of this 8-hour investigation, we chatted with over 170 people.
Shiawassee County Sheriff Brian Begol teamed up with the Genesee County Human Oppression Strike Team, known as GHOST, to get child predators off the streets throughout the county.
Of those 170 people, 3 of them were subsequently arrested after they came to the scene expecting to have sex with children between the ages of 13 and 15 years old. The first subject we arrested was a 32-year-old male out of Elsie.
Begol says that suspect was a law enforcement officer with the Department of Corrections.
The second subject was an 18-year-old male from Westphalia, and the third subject was a 45-year-old male from Corona.
The 45-year-old man was an HVAC worker. There was a 4th suspect that showed up to the sting but was able to get away. On Tuesday, in an undisclosed Shiawassee County area motel, 1 by 1 suspected predators showed up, according to the sheriff.
What was your plan here?
I didn't really know, because I thought this was what this was.
The sting also involved TV host Chris Hansen, the host of To Catch a Predator. Hansen is now working on a new series and his own YouTube channel profiling these arrests and the one that just happened in Shiawassee County.
But I wasn't going to do anything.
You weren't going to do anything with it. Then why did you come here, Tom?
People always ask me if I'm ever, shocked at who walks into these investigations, and the answer is, well, I think nothing will ever shock me.
But the one guy, I feel bad for him, Thomas Brian Chester. If that guy gets convicted and sent to prison or jail, they're going to say, Chester, the molester. Come here, buddy. Chester the molester, if he's found guilty. He's a true Chester that could be a molester. I couldn't avoid that. Just, you see a guy named Chester that truly is. Where's the little boys? Anyone see the little boys? That's from a cartoon, by the way. Anyway, there you go. I want to know what you guys think. I know some people get so upset when I do these stories and they go, innocent until proven guilty. But you have to take all the facts into consideration as well. It's leaning toward the fact that he's guilty in that he's on unpaid leave. He was arrested, and if he were totally, like, if he was innocent, this was like questionable, he wouldn't be on unpaid leave. He'd be on paid leave pending the outcome of an investigation. You know that. He'd be on administrative leave pending the outcome of investigation. He's on unpaid leave. And the chief, I want to get back to the chief too, I forgot, made a statement that says, you know what, we don't tolerate this kind of activity. Something's leaning towards the fact that this guy just might be pretty much guilty. But the chief said, we hold our officers to the highest standard. Is that like a memo that the U.S. Attorney General sent out to all law enforcement police chiefs and sheriffs? Hey, when you make a news statement, when you make a press statement, always say, we hold our officers to the highest standard. Always say that. That's why I laugh, because every time we hold our officers to the highest standard, we'll see if the guy's guilty, what happens. What do you all think? Let me know.